is that gray and Tuck's slate was down here on the ground a minute ago. Don pulled Ruby out for me, yay! Actually, he told me, kitten, I've got a surprise for you. And I started to have a meltdown because I thought he was gonna tell me I didn't have it, she didn't charge. And the surprise was that he had gone and pulled her out for me. Poor guy. I started to get worried. Good morning, Ruby. So Ruby put on 2019.20.1 last night. I heard a lot of chatter on Facebook that it was going on yesterday, and then the next thing I knew, we had the notification. So it seemed like the first day it rolled out to a bunch of people, we got it. So I'm pleased, quite pleased. This is the update that has dog mode. Let me look and see what else, the updates to dog mode. Let me look and see what else it has. Yeah, so now when the car reaches 20% battery and you have dog mode on, you'll receive a notification every 30 minutes that the battery has reached 20%. It's basically to give you enough time to get back to your car before the battery would run down and keep the dog or animals in the car safe. So that, I'm sure there were several people that pointed out that issue to Elon. I did the video, Earl of Frunk Puppy wrote a blog post that got Elon's attention. So I'm really glad to see this change. And now I made a comment the other day about the Kona EV having that lock sound. And now apparently if you want it, you can get it from the model, from Tesla cars. Model X at least. So I don't know that I'm going to enable that permanently, but we might turn it on for today just to see what it does. Like it said, vehicle, and then come down, lock confirmation sound is on. I really wish, note to developers, when you put this eye here and people can click on it and then see what that function is about, puts up a little help screen, that's great. Why are we ever adding, I mean, I guess it's supposed to be intuitive what it means, but you might want to know a little more about it. I think all of these should have the little eye so that there's always at least a pop-up with some description. Of course, that's easy enough to come back and add at some point should they decide to do it. Johnny and I are headed to pick up Michelle and probably some of her kids to go down to the Smithfield outlets today. We didn't go yesterday for a couple of reasons. Mostly we feared we would be trying to go door to door in the rain. So we're going to go today. I am going to swing by the new supercharger that's under construction down there at the Sheets. It's really close to the outlet mall, and see how things are coming along. It's only been under construction a day or two, but you know, it really doesn't take that many days. They really can put those things in pretty quick. And we're going to go to the Croc outlet and Hot Topic and Carolina Pottery and a couple of other places, and then head back. It's not too far, this Smithfield. I'll pull up navigation. If we were going straight there, it would be 53 minutes, 32 miles. But we are stopping to pick up Michelle. Michelle is actually on the way. She's probably like here, over here in the Willow Springs area somewhere. So it is right on the way. I told her we'd swing in and get them. So I've got Michelle, Devin, and Ariel in the car now too. And hi! And Ruby is taking us an interesting way. I don't think I've ever been directed to go to Smithfield exactly this way. Seems to be rather straightforward and easy going. I mean, I'm sure it's the shortest way. But she has us on, we turned on Cleveland School Road and we're going quite some number of miles on it before we get off on 210 over in Smithfield. We're seeing some interesting stuff on our little trek through the country over here. I have to say that really when it's just as fast as going another way, I like being off the beaten path. And besides, you know, 5 minutes one way or the other isn't going to affect our shopping time today. But we've seen some older houses and some farm equipment, and the crops are looking pretty good out there in the field. This crop on the left over here is tobacco. Yeah, we're still unfortunately growing tobacco here, although not anywhere near as much as we used to. We'll see sweet potatoes and soybeans and feed corn and other things too, but it's nice, it's scenic out here. This little old tobacco barn underneath the trees over here on the side is nice. It's pretty. Actually, that might have been a little house. It can be hard to tell sometimes when they're not painted. So we're here where 210 Market Street meets 95, and the outlet area is to the left. And Sheets, where they're putting in the supercharger, where I see a fence up where they're actually doing work already, is where the new Smithfield Supercharger is going. So really going to be a good spot over here at 95 and the outlet mall. The only problem is I think obviously the closest thing to walk to eat is Golden Corral, but Texas Steakhouse and Cracker Barrel and Starbucks are technically within walking distance if the weather is good. Or you have a husband with a unicycle that can drop you off, charge up, and then, you know, ride over. Don. Well, this is a pretty good size Sheets. Like I said, over here on my right, they are definitely starting construction of the supercharger. I think, you know, according to Supercharge info, this should be either day 2 or 3 of construction. So, let's see how it's coming along here. This is probably, nope, I see where they're starting the pedestal. You can see where it's gonna go in over there. And then for whatever reason, they have fencing over here too.
This is probably
I don't know why there's also fencing. Oh, I see. There's where all the electrical work is. Let me get turned back around. I don't think it's going to take too long. You know, permitting slows things down, inspections and permitting, but as far as getting it going, I think they've already made good progress. All right, here's where all the heavy-duty electrical cabinets are. And over here is where the supercharger pedestals are going in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say maybe 10, 8 or 10. Yeah, there's 7 back in and 1 on the side, pull in, sort of, but it's kind of, the box is kind of at the back. Anyway, there's 8 total. The guys were shy, but I got a few pictures. Hey guys, Ariel.
Hi.
Hey. Somehow I didn't quite pull forward enough. All right, Ruby.
Oh no, you can do that. It's like
Thank you. Yep, just a little summon to fix that problem. How convenient. All right, first up is Crocs. Johnny needs a new pair, and they don't have the navy and green, which is what he wants. And you know, a new pair of Crocs doesn't feel as good as a broken-in pair of Crocs. All right, Ariel picked out a pair of rainbow platform Crocs. They're pretty tough. They're pretty bad. What would you call them? Rad? Rad. Rad. Okay, they're rad.
I was trying to find something that would rhyme with that.
I'm getting a new pair of navy. Don will love that he has to switch the gibbets out from the old pair to the new pair for me again. And Johnny's getting these water shoes. All right, we're starting our day shopping, filling up the front. They're headed to Bath and Body Works. I'm gonna move Ruby a little closer. I told Ariel that she did not have to put her seat back since we were just in and out here a few times. You know, at the end of the day, yes, please put my seat back. But, you know, when she's just gonna get back in a few minutes, not necessary. Ruby should be fine there. She honked at me as I moved away because I told her to make a noise when she locks up. I actually probably would really like the honk when exiting the car like that, because you know, I would always double click or triple click the van key fob and it would you know, honk the horn a little bit. That was not an obnoxious honk. I'll catch it the next time. So what did we find that you're so excited about?
Ravenclaw vans.
Harry Potter.
Ravenclaw. Thank you. Everyone always goes crazy about
Oh wow, even the box has a special Harry Potter box that you could keep for putting stuff in. You're just making sure you get the right size?
Yeah.
Way cool. 2 pair of Crocs and a pair of Vans today. I tell you, that's a lucky kid if you ask me.
I needed some new shoes.
Well, you'll be set for school in the fall.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, just don't, you know, have another major growth spurt. What'd you find there, buddy?
I'm not gonna make a new gold.
I've seen that Mercedes before at a car show.
The older one.
Right. So this is the Clayton General Store, and Michelle is hunting Father's Day gifts for Sean. Possibilities in here, possibilities. Oh, this one's funny too. Lots of cool garden flags. I look forward to looking at the ones over at Carolina Pottery too. Johnny wants to sample the saltwater taffy. Michelle and the kids are looking for fancy beef jerky. Kind of pissed about not being a mermaid, and bottoms up. Shells?
Oh, her shell bra came off.
Oh, shells off it says. Bottoms up, shells off. That's great. It goes right along with yesterday's Build-A-Bear. Bath and Body Works, I think they had the actual best clearance sale stuff to choose from in the whole outlet center.
To cases.
Uh-huh. Work for
AirPods.
Oh, wow.
See, so the hand sanitizer thingies and AirPods are the same.
Well, that is a really sparkly little mermaid. Really cool.
So now I have a
This is for you.
Thank you.
You can open it now.
Oh boy, what did you get? I wanted to get this too. I'm glad I did. And look,
it's got the mermaid make a splash hand sanitizer.
Oh.
And there's one more little thing in there too.
Oh, that's right.
99% mermaid.
I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, what am I looking at?
We're in the book warehouse now. I see they have a kids section with lots of Minecraft stuff. Devin picked out this book, and I think we're all kind of interested to check it out. So we came over here to Ruby so we could ditch some of the bags, because like everybody is carrying now.
Not me.
Well, that's because your mom has your shoebox. I'm gonna open the frunk. Hang on. Okay. I love filling the frunk on a Model X with fun stuff this time, and not just groceries.
The frunk sounds like a not swear word. Like I could go frunky.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Mr. Don has a shirt that I got him, and it says, "What the frunk."
Oh, that's cute.
One of our friends had it. Ben had the shirt. I fell in love with it. I found one for Don, so I would. I really would. I think I really like this one. But I'll be good. Could use the stand. Although I like this stand better, I think. I guess you could paint it blue. This is my favorite thing to do here. Look at all of the garden flags. I like this one with the owls. I think we can see me, Don, and Johnny. I said, Michelle, did you see the mermaid crossing one? And she says, you know I did. It's already in my hand. And I picked out this one for Kitty. I made another trip out to the car. I think the frunk's about had it. I set everyone else on ahead, the hot topic. All right, have we found anything yet?
Oh yeah, we found some cute
wow. We certainly have a few Funko Pops. Michelle's family has a lot of Funko Pops. Do you guys collect them? Ariel is dreaming of this purse. To go to the beef jerky outlet, and it was temporarily closed, and I'd never been in Eddie Bauer outlet, so we're checking it out. So the women's restroom was closed at Carolina Pottery, and I knew from previous experience that this place didn't have a lot of bathrooms, but my feedback for this wonderful shopping center would be that they make it so you can definitely use the restroom if they want you to stay out here and spend money and shop for a long time. That would be good. We're headed to Smithfields Chicken and Barbecue, and I have never been to the Smithfields in Smithfield. Johnny asked me if this was the very first one, and I said I thought it was the one in Clayton, which is not far from here. But you know what? Now I'm gonna have to go look it up, and this one does have an older look to the building. Although they had to rebuild at one point due to a kitchen fire, this is the original location. Smithfields is the only restaurant I've ever been to that has a sink in the seating room, which is great because after you eat here, you definitely need to wash your hands. Well, we got Michelle and family dropped off at the house, saw Connor for a few minutes, and now we're headed on the short 10-mile, 20-minute trip back over to our house. We should be home with just enough time for Johnny to put on his Taekwondo uniform. Yay! Hey, Tux. Don wants to wash Ruby, so Johnny and I are gonna take the van. He's in there enjoying Smithfields. And then he's gonna come out. He's feeling motivated to wash the car. I'm not getting in his way. I went into Walmart and hunted shinies, no luck. Bought stuff, and it rained for just a minute, even though the ground doesn't look it. Hopefully that didn't mess on up. All right, we'll call this a wrap for the day right here. A shiny snubble on my account. I did not have one. The sky is doing really pretty things tonight.